Yo, this is Chris Blair. So I'm going to stay on this video a little longer than I normally do. I'm going to give you guys a chance to ask some questions and I'll answer those questions. But so we're going to let some people gather on. I'll give it just a minute or two and then we'll really dig in. But the point of this video is going to be two things. Number one, I want to talk about the difference between purchase optimization versus add to cart optimization. Okay, so I'm going to go into great detail about those two optimizations and why I honestly feel that one is much better than the other. But again, I mean, it varies for ads account and niche and everything like that. But I do have a definitive opinion on this, and I want to talk about that. I also want to open the floor for Q&A. So I'm going to stay on this video for a little bit longer than normal. See, just wait a little bit to get people on. I got my morning coffee as usual. Just finished breakfast. I don't know, I love doing these videos at this little restaurant here I go to for breakfast every morning. Okay, so this is not just going to be a short little training, which I do often do, but this is also, I'm going to open the floor time today to do a little bit of Q&A because I don't really have any meetings after this, so I got a little bit of time on my hands. I got some work to do, but nothing urgent. So go ahead and type any questions you might have in the box below. You can ask a question about anything. So ecom in general, whether just some sort of general question about products, drop shipping, researching products, ads, Instagram, all sorts of anything under the sun that you feel that you want to ask me about. I'm open to talk about anything. Obviously this is a short video, so I can give it maybe a definitive long answer, but I will do my best to help you on this video. Okay, so let's talk about optimizing for purchase versus optimizing for add to cart. Okay, first of all, I want to give you my conclusion right now, point blank. I go for add to cart all the time, every time, and I've done occasionally here and there, I've done some testing and purchase just to confirm that my belief and my results out the cart are definitely the same. And this has been going on for a very, very long time. So I keep going add to cart, and then occasionally I just to make sure I'm not going crazy, I run purchase ads, and I never get better results with purchase ads over add to cart, basically ever. And guys, I've been advertising on Facebook for years. Okay, so this is an interesting thing. Why, for me, does add to cart outperform purchase so much more? Okay, first of all, just so you know, if you're a newbie to this game and you don't know, there's a funnel, right? There's the view content, which means they went to the website. There's add to cart, which is added to the cart. There's purchases, then there's initiate checkout, and there's new thing that's been become recently, added payment information, and then purchase, right? And most people obviously think, okay, my goal of this ad is to get people to buy, so I should optimize my purchase. And that may seem logical, but the reality is that's not necessarily the best decision. And there's a couple reasons for that. Well, first of all, if you have a brand new store, and on your new store, and then the ads account, you're not getting 25 purchases a day that are pixel fires, mind you, not just purchases, guys. Organic purchases do not count as pixel fire. So 25 purchases that you can track in your ads reports manager on Facebook. Okay, if you're using Google Analytics and some of the advanced analytics strategy, and you're getting, or you're in your first step with that, and you have 25 sales, but you don't have 25 total hits on your ads account and store for purchases, you're not going to be able to optimize well for purchases anyway. Facebook's blog very clearly says you need 25 a day. Okay, so once you get to the point where you're getting that for a few days in order, you can optimize for purchase well, and that's an option. Okay, I still don't recommend it, by the way, despite that. Okay, and let me explain to you why. Okay, well, one reason I don't recommend it is I've been getting great results for years now, and teaching for years small budget micro ads, and it still continues to work despite this big boom in manual bidding. I've done a lot of manual testing. I still get better results with micro ads, many of them, and using tools like Quiet to launch tons of ads. Okay, so my budgets are small. all right, that means that in a given week, because I use $5 and $10 budgets, that's it. I never run an ad for more than $10, except for my retargeting DPA ad. That's one ad. It's one exception. Okay, so the maximum I'm spending on any given week on any given ad set is $70, the absolute max. Okay, now 25 is a number for the ads account, but still, right? Every ad set is optimizing, right, over a course of a week. Okay, so if I think about this, let's just say I'm doing really, really well. Okay, and I'm getting crazy numbers. Okay, crazy good conversions, $5 conversions, which I do occasionally. That happens. That's not. In fact, the best conversions I've ever had on a micro ad over the course of like 3 weeks was $2.94. It was fucking unbelievable. And too bad it died because the audience was small. But anyway. Okay, so let's assume I'm doing $5, okay? And I'm doing my maximum $10 a day on that one ad set, okay? So I've got $70 a week on that ad set. Let's do the math, okay? So 70 divided by 5. That's 14, guys. 14, okay? I obviously knew the number off the top of my head, but I wanted to show it to you guys. 14, okay? So it means I'm getting 14 purchase hits on that ad. 14, guys. Does that sound like a lot of data? Okay, yes, there is the overall pixel data and the overall store data, that's true. But does that sound like a lot of data for Facebook to be optimizing that ad set on? No. And my experience is clear that low budget ads, and many of them work much better than high budget ads, because the moment you start raising your budget on your ads, people, the cost per conversion, acquisition, CPM all go up, which is why people are advocating manual bidding to counteract that. The reason why people are manual bidding is because they want to be able to run big budgets, right? And they want to counteract the fact that the CPMs and the cost per conversion, cost per acquisition goes up as you raise your budget. I don't need to do that because I'm running, instead of doing that, I'm running a huge number of small ads, and I've got a whole analyzation system based on that, and it's absolutely working, guys. If it doesn't work, how did I sell 11,000 caps? One cap, not the whole. I have like 5 or 6 designs of that cap. In total, I've sold maybe, I don't know exactly how many, but it's a huge number. But one design, I've sold 11,000 based on micro ads. 17,000 necklaces in 2015 based on micro ads. Okay, so this absolutely works. Anyone who tells you that micro ads cannot scale, they're absolutely wrong. It's just a question that you got to know how to scale it, and I do. I've learned it. I've mastered it. Okay, and some of my students are getting massive results. You know, huge number of sales. They're using the exact same system I'm using. Okay, so micro ads do work. So if I'm in a situation where I'm going to use micro ads instead of manual bidding, okay, my best case scenario is by 14, 15 purchases a week on a given ad set. Well, that's not enough data for Facebook to really, truly optimize well on. Okay, so I need to counteract that by having a different optimization that does get more data. Okay, and now we know for a fact the industry add to cart to purchase rate is 68%. So 68% of people on average will drop off. On my site, it's actually better. It's like 50%. So I'm very proud of that. But 58% is awesome. For every add to cart I'm getting one. For every 2 add to carts I'm getting 1 purchase. That's my average, and it's incredible, by the way. I mean, I don't know any site that does that well. But anyway, so still, I'm getting double the number of add to carts. So every 15, 14 purchases I'm getting 30 add to carts. Okay, that is a lot more data for Facebook to really dig in and really optimize my ads well. So yeah, that's it. I mean, it's a question of data. Also, so the thing is, guys, is add to cart is good optimization as far as the quality of the person over purchase? The answer is obviously no. But the thing is, it's still good, right? It's still pretty deep. It's people who showed serious interest. They went and added the cart, right? If they added the cart, they had some serious interest. Now, view content and those type of link click optimizations have not really worked well for me, and I've tested them in the past. So add to cart is a nice balance, right? It's the balance point between deep intent of the person who's actually, doing that action, and some family just showed up here, and there's some kid in the background here. Keep going in here. And so the deep intent of the person and data, enough data on that given ad set in a week for Facebook to truly dig in and optimize my ad for me. My add to cart ads outperform my purchase ads. I mean, I've tested so many times because people keep saying, why not purchase? Why not purchase? I go back and I test it again, and I test it again, and I test it again. I still get the exact same result. Add to cart for me on micro ads outperforms purchases all week long, and I will do it all going forward. Okay, beautiful. All right, so now I said I would give some time for some questions, and I'm going to answer those. By the way, if you really want to crush it in ecom, you should join my beta course. People are getting results. Some guy just signed up for the course like 3 weeks ago, right? And it's not making a huge amount of money, guys. I'm not gonna, I've given you guys some examples of people who are making huge money, but I want to point out this guy. 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, he was a total newbie to ecom. He just set up a store. He joined my course. He refixed the store based on my videos and that I taught in the course. And now, 2.5 weeks later, he's got 100 sales in print on demand, not drop shipping. Print on demand products, real his own branding products, guys. Think about that. He's already ahead of 95% of the marketplace who've never done 100 sales at all, even though they've been trying for a long time, based on the information on this ecom course. There's also guys who are crushing it. I mean, one lady in her 10-day span did almost $50,000 in sales, right? And there's other even bigger examples. I don't want to blow your name with some numbers, but guys are getting results from ecom beta course. You can still get at the beta price, so private message me if you're interested, and I'll give you all the details. When the course finishes 2 to 3 weeks from now, it's going to be $2,500, and you can get in for less than 50% of that price right now. So private message me if you're interested, and I'll dig into questions. Hold on, let me get the questions here. I'm looking at my phone. It's a little... Well, no, maybe I shouldn't do that there. Sorry, guys. Stop that. I'm going to stop that. I'll try to scroll through here. Okay. Hey, but what kind of retargeting am I using? Okay. I'm doing 2 types of retargeting. Both of them with DPA ads. Okay. One of them is targeting website visitors who did not purchase in the last 7 days. The other one is cross-selling people who have purchased. So the moment someone purchases from my store, I choose on the DPA ad product catalog sales people who purchased in the last 7 days, and I hit them up with a coupon code saying, hey, look, thank you for your purchase. I hope you had a good experience. You know, get 20% off to buy making this purchase today. Absolutely, that cross-sell works. I love that cross-sell. Okay. Any other questions? That seems that's the only question we got here. Okay, guys, I'll wait here a second if you have any more questions. Let me look at my phone here. Okay. All right. So 7 days, yeah. I do both of them 7 days. I tested out 14 days recently on the retargeting just to see if I get better results, and I didn't. In fact, it got worse. So I went back to 7 days. So I tested out 14 days, but I'm not pleased with that. Maybe 10 days. Actually, I've not run a test on 10 days. That actually might be kind of an interesting test. Maybe we'll do that next. I'll run a little test on 10 days. So right now I'm doing 7 days for both the cross-sell and the retargeting. Wow, some weird thing on the lighting here. Okay. All right. Any other questions? We had one question. Sorry, it was actually a good question, a very quality question. You wouldn't have gotten that answer from me if you didn't ask that question. So, any other questions? I'll wait here. For those of you who are just hopping on now, I talked a lot about add to cart and purchase and why I choose add to cart. I think you should go back and watch this video, and I explain it in great detail why. It's all about the data. I don't see mine. There are more. Wow, there are more questions. Okay, so I can see it on my phone. The problem if I see it on my phone, then... Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, I can see them now. I can see it on my phone now. Great, there are more. Okay, cool. Let me take a look at these. Hacking. Thank you for asking about my scaling method, guys. There's 8 different methods that I teach. There's a whole 90-minute webinar on my course about scaling. So obviously in this short little video, I can't cover all 8 methods. That's virtually impossible. Guys, who was on that scaling? I see some people. What did you guys think about that scaling webinar? Stefan Noack, if you answer that, if you're on, that's great, man. I know you were on. You're in my program. Okay. So anyway, maybe he'll come, maybe he won't. But anyway, people were really blown away by that. even guys who've been in this business for years were like, holy shit. There's a guy named Suhail from Australia. He was a speaker at an event a few years ago with me, because I thought I knew something about scaling when he thought about that webinar. But anyway, so there's eight different methods, and I can't obviously teach them all, but let me give you the simplest, easiest one right now. I call it expand scaling, okay? And what that simply is you just start setting up new ads, okay, to different targets that are logical, okay? And you run, and here's how you set them up. Once you have the winning product, right? And here's how you break this down. Website conversion, add to cart, $1 million or less, $5 a day, and never change. Just leave it running forever. Just run new. If you want to spend more, add new targets. $1 million or more, $10. Again, never change it, but just leave it running. If you want to expand more, add new targets. Okay. Now, to be honest with you, when you do this, a lot of targets won't work, and some will work, some will not work. That's part of the game. All right, let's see if I can take a look at some other questions. The other 7 methods, if you want them, buy my course. Have you tested mugs, and if so, does basic text messages work better or more? Okay, so I'm in the beer niche. I have one coffee mug on my store because it's a funny joke about, you know, something, the beer being in glass. I don't know what the exact phrase is, but anyway, that's the only coffee mug I have. So I haven't sold a lot of coffee mugs, Craig. So I can't really say personally from my experience, but I will say that from my students' experience, yeah, they've had success with mugs. And I think you probably want some text, and maybe text is good, but you throw in a little image, cute little image can work as well. Don't or go all big fancy image, right? That can work as well, but don't go text and fancy image. So either text only, text and simple image, or you go the opposite way, some sort of fancy cartoon animation or serious, real full-on image is another option. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Take a look at this one. If you I don't for the targeting, I mix it up, and it's a whole video. I can't really explain the targeting in great example, but what I will say is, Craig, is because Craig's asking about targeting, and I use broad, specific, and there's various different targeting techniques that I actually teach in my course. So if you really want to get that information, you should go into my course. But I will say this: I don't use flex targeting, and I would, yeah. So just target specific interests one at a time. It's a simple answer. Okay. Any other questions here? Nope. Okay, no more questions, guys. People are getting results from my course. I just have to say this: it's a total steal. We're doing 10 webinars. I brought in, just so you know, this is not just based on me, guys. I brought in an SEO expert to help out with some videos. Okay. I brought in a Twitter expert, a YouTube expert, an email marketing expert. Guys, the email marketing flows webinar we did, I was so blown away. I contacted the guy and said, hey, look, can you do the flows on my store? I actually paid him money after. People who have been in this business for years said they'd never seen anything like it. I've actually brought in an agency expert, because, you know, I'm good at writing emails, right? Cool email and stories and things like that. I did some studying of that copywriting stuff, but the flows thing was amazing. I really wanted to over-deliver on email marketing. I knew that we weren't emphasizing email marketing enough in this marketplace. Barely anyone talks about email marketing, and even me, I was missing the boat as well. So I brought in this agency expert guy who I knew. I reached out to him and said, hey, can you do this? And people were just stunned. Ideas I never even thought of. Birthday flows, guys. You can actually, through Shopify and Klaviyo, create a birthday flow. It takes a little bit of tweaking, but it's awesome. How you get that data is a really cool little trick. There's tons of flows. You could do total, they buy this product and then you upsell them on these variety products over the next 3 months. It was amazing. And I was just blown away. Even to the point where I hired the guy to set up the flows in my store. So, guys, this course that I'm doing is, yes, a lot of the content is being delivered by me, but it's not just on me. I actually bringing in people who can supplement and teach things that I'm not a master at. We got a YouTube webinar coming up here shortly. We got a YouTube master, guys. If you're not using YouTube to build your physical product business, you're missing the boat. I actually been doing a lot from YouTube these days, and it's working for me. All right, cheers. Private message me about my course if you're interested, and I'll see you in the next video.